Welcome to the Inspired by InVideo show. Here you can learn about how to use InVideo, ask questions and show off your videos. Stephen Healy is a content creator and facilitator for BeLive TV. I'm John Upton and I'm a video creator and general marketer for an agency based in the UK called Think and Do. One of the things discussed in the group is about logos and about modifying the size of the logo across all of the scenes. So we're going to show you how that's done here. So let's go to logo, let's go to my logo and let's click add to all scenes. Okay, so now if we go through all of the scenes, we've got my logo, but it's a bit on the small side. So if we click on that and we make it larger, maybe a bit too big, let's make it a bit bigger so as we can clearly see it's different. And now we click apply edits to ... but it means to all scenes. So if we click here, the edits to this logo have been applied to all logos in the scenes, and hey presto, you can see that all three scenes have a larger logo. So the key to it is apply edits to all scenes. I just wish they'd actually make it say that. And also on the remove background, they'd make it say background. Anyway, I hope that helps with people wanting to understand how to make their logo changes visible across all of the scenes. Marsha Sue Bell Baker asked about how can you make a scene longer in the advanced timeline. Well, it's quite easy really. This is the end marker for the scene and we can drag that to wherever we want. Now you can see that my logo has been dragged the full length and my scene one has been dragged the full length, but I don't really want the scene one to stay the full length. So I'm going to move that so that it comes on again at ½ a second. And the clue is up at the top up here. If you look, we can see at the very beginning there is a time marker, 47 seconds. And if we go here, when we move this, see, you can see 0.47 hundredths of a second. I will get it right in a moment. And it's 14.66. So if we take that, we can bring it back down to the 4 seconds it originally was. 3.95 will do for me. And there we now have a longer thing. Now, if you change the logo, you've got to have something in that runs at the end of this time here. So if you decide you don't want the logo, you're going to have to put something on your timeline at the end to catch it there and keep it the right length. But most people will want a logo all the way through, or some other item, set of words, whatever. But if you shrink this, you shrink the scene size. Okay, so hopefully that will help you with making individual scenes longer inside the advanced timeline. Friend Brigetti from South Africa, you'll have seen lots of her posts in the Facebook group where she shows some quite magic videos she's put together, mainly using templates. But she asks about project colors. What do they mean? Well, if you load a template, the template will have default project colors. You can set brand colors. That's up here, and we'll have a quick look at those in a minute. And you can have custom colors. Now, because we haven't got a template loaded, they're the default colors here. So what do they do? Well, this last one here does absolutely nothing. It's not in use at the moment, but it is in a forthcoming update, and it will have an effect on template colors and things like that, mainly to do with things called accents. So we've established that only 3 of them do anything at the moment. So the first one, which is currently white, if we change that to red, that affects text. Now, we'd already got this text on the screen, so it doesn't change that. But if we were to go over to text and we were to add a heading, you'll see now that our heading is in the new default color of red. Now, what does the second one do? Well, the second one has 2 tasks. The first task is if you highlight an area by double clicking or dragging over it and you click the highlight color is this. And if we change the highlight color, let's go purple, you'll see that had an instant effect on the highlight. Okay, you can also affect the highlight color if you go over here and it's the second color here. Now that's quite important that you can do it here as well as in the default mode, because if we want to say have a highlight in this scene, although it will go to purple initially, we can choose a different color and it will only have an effect on that scene. That one comes from the default color here. That one comes from the color set in the actual text functions. So that's 2, but this also has an effect elsewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this scene and we're going to go here, and the slash, by the way, means there isn't a transition in place. And let's go down and let's pick a transition that uses a color. Okie doke, let's pick that one. Let's move to here, and if we hit play, do it again, hit play, you'll notice that that color affects the transition. So if we go here, if we change the color, let's go deep blue, you'll notice it changed it here. Oh, it changed it here as well, because we've changed the default. So that's something you need to be careful about, is if you change the default after you set another highlight color, it will overwrite your highlight color. Okay, and if we press play from all, you'll see now that we have, I'll do it again, play from seeker, that we got a deep blue. And again, we'll do it one more time, we'll change it to green. Again, notice here it's changed both of them, so you will have to go back. If you've done a custom highlight, you will have to go back and change the custom highlight yourself. So if we go here, come here, change the custom highlight to red. Okay, this tells me custom highlight should be done when you've got everything else in place. But let's scroll back to here, let's play, and we've got bright green. Okay, so again, that controls the default highlight in text, and it controls the color used in transitions. So that leaves us a third one. What does the third one do? Well, the third one is related to the canvas color, and that decides the default canvas color. So if we have there, you'll see now that the default canvas color has been set to here. Okay, so let's recap. This one does nothing. This one does the canvas color. This one does highlights and transition colors, and this is the default text color. So let's go again. So let's add some text. Let's add a subheading. So the subheading has come over in red. Let's add a highlight. That has come over in green. Let's look here because we've set that to green. So that gives us the color in the transition. And the last one sets the canvas color. We'll go back to custom colors and let's make the canvas color dark blue. And you can see from there that the color has changed to deeper blue. So that's the 4 custom colors. Doesn't do anything. Canvas, highlight and transition color, default text color. These are the template colors, so they're set by whatever template you bring on board. And of course there's brand colors. So how do you set the brand colors? Well, you go up here, you go to brand presets, and there they are. So again, text color, highlight color. Don't forget, it also is the transition color and the background color. And at the moment, the accent color isn't used for anything, and you can change them simply by clicking on them, entering a hex number. That's quite important, the ability to enter hex number, because then you can match corporate predetermined colors by the exact color code. Or of course you can just select a color by there, and they're all the same. You select a color either by a hex number, and you can of course just type the hex number directly into here. And all the zeros is black, as all the F's is white. So that's all about colors. Ronnie asks in the group how he can see the whole of his video before he goes to the download and share, and it's actually quite easy. You can just keep moving to the left to your scene, take it to the beginning and play all from Seeker. The topic of how can I put a photo inside a circle has come up in the group again, so I thought we'd have a look at a recording we've already done that shows us how to do that. It's in a slightly older version of InVideo. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to shapes, we're going to open shapes up, we're going to find a circle and we're going to add it, and we're going to make that circle quite big. We're going to stick it in the middle. Not having a good day today. Right, I finally stuck it in the middle. So now we've got a circle. Now we need a shape of a circle, but as a mask. So if we go to enhancers, masks, and this is the circle here. This one is a bit misshapen, and there's some other versions of circles with holes in them, but this is what we want, so we're going to add that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to swap the layers round. So we're going to bring the element to the front, okay, and we're going to make the element the same size, and you'll see that we get marks there, and it's not quite the same there. Okay, so it's roughly the same size there, and let's just put it over the top so the circle is the same size. So now we're going to go back and swap them around again, and we're going to bring the mask to the front. Now what I want to do is I want to use the circle as a frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to make, and I've got the wrong thing, so we're going to undo, okay, and we're going to make sure it's the mask I've got selected, not the element. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the mask smaller, and then we're going to drag that into the middle. Okay, so now we've got a circle outlining our mask. It's not a funeral thing, so let's nip in and change the colour of the element. So let's edit that and let's make it white. Okay, so now we've got a nice white even border. Let's go back to our mask. Okay, so we've got our mask. Let's go to uploads, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to use an uploaded image that I've already got. All I've got to do is find him. Yes, this is my friend Stephen, who I regularly broadcast live with, and let's drag him in. And hey presto, that's exactly what we wanted. So now let's just add a little bit of him and a little bit of animation. So let's have this element fade in. So let's go to edit, let's go to animation, and let's simply have it fade in. Now let's let it fade in over 1.5 seconds. Let's then go to our mask. Now I don't want my mask to appear instantly. I don't want that to start to appear to 1.5 seconds. So I'm going to drag it to here, and I'm then going to add some animation there. And there's, as everybody knows, there's so many different things you can do. So let's roll him in from the left, and again let's make that last 1.5 seconds. So now let's play the scene and see what we get. So I got our fading in, and then Stephen rolls in and appears in the middle. I hope you found all of those things useful. We enjoy creating these videos, and hope that you all learn from them. So hope the weather's good where you are. It sort of can't make up its mind whether to thunder and lightning or to be bright sunshine here in the West Midlands in England. See you soon. Goodbye.